Coming up on WVU News, I'm Drew Solt, and I'll tell you why me and 250 kids around the Mountain State are wearing this Day of Play shirt. Plants such as indigo, sumac, and marigold, like this one here, are used to create coloring dye to make textile art like this. Coming up on WVU News, I'll tell you how the campus carry law is affecting colleges and universities in the state of West Virginia. Social media platforms are adopting artificial intelligence-driven tools and algorithms to help identify objects, texts, and faces in videos. However, AI-driven tools have flaws and can contribute to biases. West Virginia will be the 11th state to implement the Campus Self-Defense Act. Concealed weapons will be allowed in the classroom and in common spaces and residence halls like this one. In the last 10 years, West Virginia ranks top 5 nationally for childhood obesity. Dr. Opp's initiative, Get Moving, offers children the ability to partake in days of play like this one, where they can interact with Mountaineer athletes and get moving. Campus Self-Defense Act allows a person with a current or valid license to carry a concealed pistol or revolver on the grounds of an institution of higher education. WVU Dean of Students Corey Ferris has been working for more than a year to prepare for this change.
But we've been reaching out to our colleagues at some other states, in Colorado, universities in Colorado and in Kansas, where this legislation, similar type of legislation, has been in effect for a while to try to get some of their best practices.
The law has several exceptions. Guns will not be allowed on campus in places with more than 1,000 people, laboratories with hazardous materials, and child care centers. West Virginia will be the 11th state to implement the Campus Self-Defense Act. Concealed weapons will be allowed in the classroom and in common spaces and residence halls like this one. Some students think the new law could make campus a safer place.
I mean, a lot of people like conceal and carry, and it's a law here in the United States, so I mean, why not bring it to school and make your school a safer place?
Other students say they're worried about their personal safety in a place that allows guns.
I feel like we already have a large downtown population that meshes with the public, and I just don't feel it would be a smart idea to have that with guns in the mix as well.
Professors also have to adapt to the new law. Guns are not permitted in professors' offices, but they are allowed in the classroom.
As always, I'm most concerned about the safety and well-being of my students, and so I'm less concerned about how I'm going to react and more concerned about how other students might react.
The Campus Self-Defense Act goes into effect July 1st. Drew Solt, WVU News, Morgantown. Get Moving is a nonprofit organization that is dedicated to giving children resources to live a healthy life.
It means a lot. I grew up in southern West Virginia, poor and didn't have a lot of opportunities, so moving up here and getting involved with Dr. Opp and this event has been great.
Get Moving was founded in 2014 and has had a Day of Play event every year since, even doing an online event during COVID. In the last 10 years, West Virginia ranks top 5 nationally for childhood obesity. Dr. Opp's initiative, Get Moving, offers children the ability to partake in days of play like this one, where they can interact with Mountaineer athletes and get moving. The children aren't the only ones enjoying the event. Mountaineer athletes enjoy seeing the smiles on the children's faces.
Talking with my teammates, this is amazing to see all the little kids being so happy. It's always amazing how they support us in our games, and now we can bring something back to them. It's amazing. It makes me feel really happy.
Mountaineer athletes stayed after the event to sign autographs for the children. Organizers of the event got the idea when WVU athletes went pro.
This happened because I had an idea one day. In the summer of 2013, I had the idea watching Geno Smith playing for the New York Jets. He went to training camp, and I thought, man, kids around here love him. Why can't we invite players like him back to come and do a day of play?
Get Moving had over 250 children sign up for the Day of Play event and are hoping to continue to grow and impact more lives. Drew Solt, WVU News, Morgantown. Cassandra Stewart is a grad student at WVU and has a love for agriculture and fashion that includes weaving.
I fell in love with weaving, and so this past fall I took a weaving and spinning class with Jordan and was able to use the dye from our gardens in my project.
Stewart has a garden at home and a garden provided by WVU. There, she grows plants, then extracts the dye from those plants to create coloring dye for the wool. Plants such as indigo, sumac, and marigold, like this one here, are used to create coloring dye to make textile art like this. Jordan Masters, a researcher and professor at WVU, began this initiative during his graduate studies. Now, he's finally seeing some results, adding value to wool.
This project allowed her to work with different ways to add value to wool that would typically just be discarded. And that research through practice is what I think can be very beneficial to the state of West Virginia as we move forward with this farm to fashion aspect.
WVU is offering their first farm to fashion course this spring, with hopes of also having a course in the fall. Drew Solt, WVU News, Morgantown.